So I think we had the accurate information. Just not sure why.
Yeah, why it wouldn't be going. All right, well, I'm gonna try to throw that stuff in there again. Actually, oop, hold up. Yeah, may have been the exact same thing. Let me double check. Hopefully the RTMP. I wonder if it's something with RTMP ramp URL.
YouTube channel.
Oh, we live, baby. We
Oh, we
live.
live? We
We
live
live.
there?
So you know what? Let's start it from the top. Roll it in. We're here. We did it. Let's
Oh, we live? We're live? All right, bet. Appreciate that. Oh, well, that's out of the way. 6 minute in. 6 minute in. Do you wanna hit the intro, or we just get back
yes,
into it?
yes, sir. Roll it from the top.
Yes, sir. All right, we're rolling from the top. Crypto and down. Asherel and Jams.
Trapped in the concept, falsely accused, was used, and misled, bitch. I'm hoping you fucking rest in peace.
Yo, what's good, Jams? Some technical difficulties, but we back. We on. Happy to be here. Shout out to the Crypto Rascals. Shout out to the Crypto Warriors, the Gentlemen of Crypto, Bitcoin Zay, King Bless. First of all, Jams, let them know how you're doing, and we can introduce ourselves before we get into the show.
Yes, sir. It is an honor and a privilege to be here on the Gentlemen of Crypto. Brother Asherel, you first introduced me to Bitcoin Zay and King Blessed and said, these are two brothers that you need to pay attention to. So it is truly our pleasure to be here on Gentlemen of Crypto. Shout out to the Crypto Warriors out there. We've been in the comment section with you. We've been on the live streams with you. So it is truly a blessing to be here with you and present to you Crypto and Down. Before we introduce ourselves, we'll give you the concept of Crypto and Down. We like to discuss first and foremost crypto, but then we like to go down the wormhole. Crypto is cross functional, it is intersectional, it includes entertainment, sports, politics. So we'll start with crypto and then we'll work our way down. Nothing we say here is financial advice. Only two brothers saying things publicly that we otherwise could say privately. Always remember to please like, share, and subscribe to the live stream here on Gentlemen of Crypto. And then follow us on Facebook at Crypto and Down. You can follow us on Instagram at Crypto and Down. You can also follow us on OpenSea at Crypto and Down and follow our latest NFT moves. We're everywhere at Crypto and Down. Make sure you subscribe to our channels. But Brother Asherel, tell them about yourself, man.
Yeah, so a little bit about me, Asherel. I first started, I think, learning about crypto and the blockchain. Didn't buy any back in, I want to say, whenever Ethereum came out. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos of describing smart contracts. Was really into it. Did a lot of research. I had heard about Bitcoin, but I hadn't really done any research into that. So my first actual research was into Ethereum. Got busy with life and work, so I kind of stopped paying attention for a few years, and then was watching some Cliff High videos, and he was talking to this guy called Reggie Middleton. Listen to Cliff High, he was talking about Bitcoin, so I'm like, okay, the price of Bitcoin had started to move a little bit, so I was paying attention. But once I saw that interview with Reggie Middleton talking about Veritasium, it, one of those inspiring things of people who talk about crypto, what it could be, the ins and outs, and kind of give you the real. So once I saw that, I was really into Veritasium. Watched all the interviews of Reggie I could. That kind of got my feet wet, where I was playing around with that. Had Ethereum, was messing around and learning more, definitely about the financial markets and just how the world financial system is set up, especially here in America with Wall Street. And then, what happened? SEC came in, that project kind of died. So I was, done with crypto for a couple years. And then, I want to say late 2019, I started picking up with the pandemic. I want to also give a shout out to on Instagram, Chicago Blockchain Bully. This dude out of Chicago, this more out of Chicago. I came across him. He was tweeting and talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum. He was going in on the ins and outs of proof of work and proof of stake. And that was another person who inspired me to do research. It actually taught me a lot of the DeFi space and kind of got my feet wet of how to approach it. So once I did that, Jams, 2020, that's when I was started to just go ham on the crypto and, definitely bug you about it. So that's kind of my journey. It's been a long journey to actually finally participating in crypto, but happy to be here. Ended up here.
Absolutely. Our journeys up until this point brought us here. I'm going to start a little bit sooner. Met Brother Asherell back in high school during our boarding school days. He was actually my roommate. And who would have thought that we would be here on the Gentlemen of Crypto today, talking cryptocurrency some 15, 16, 17 years later. My journey in crypto began when I first heard of something called the Berkshires back in 2011, 2012. This was a local currency traded in the Berkshire Mountains of Northwest Massachusetts, but I didn't pay it much attention. Then came this thing, Bitcoin, and I still really didn't pay it much attention. Then, as Brother Asherell mentioned, 2017 happens. Ethereum is dropping. Bitcoin is becoming common knowledge, common parlance amongst our communities. So I began to go down the wormhole. After getting wrecked, as many of us did in the years of 2018, I pulled back. But me and my brother Asherell stay in constant contact. And as he stated, in 2020, he would not leave me alone about getting back into cryptocurrency. As I began to get my feet wet, I began to do my own due diligence and research. And one of the first coins that I found as I got back into crypto,
Let them know.
Hex. And I was back into crypto for just a few months. Hex was just about to have their big payday with the subsequent drop in price, and I was able to take advantage. Ever since that point, I've continued to double down on my positions. I continue to learn more in the space. And no, we do not portray ourselves as gurus or experts. We are here to learn with the community. We're here to share our knowledge and experience. We both wrecked. We both had highs, but we continue to dollar cost average. We continue to consume as much information as we can, and we will bring that to you here on the Gentlemen of Crypto weekly. And then you can also catch us on Crypto and Down nightly on our channel. But enough of the intros. Let's show the people what we like to do when we begin a show. Nothing other than the market recap.
And y'all check us out on Twitter as well. We're everywhere across all the social medias. We don't get to it much on TikTok, but we're definitely on Twitter. So give us a follow, and we'll follow you back.
And shout out to King Bless, Gentlemen of Crypto, in the comment section. He says that also him and Bitcoin Zay go back to college days. It's really where those conversations start late at night. One man's across the room, the other one's across the room, and you're just having conversations about how you're going to get to this point. So shout out to nomics.com, Clayton team. This is the coin market aggregator that we will utilize here on Crypto and Down. Starting with our top gainers, Shiba Inu up 21% today. A big gainer after a recent listing. Once you get that big public listing, people will FOMO in. Seems like Robinhood is attempting to make up for the revenue loss that they are projected to have in Q1 based off of the Goldman Sachs report. Number two, Synthetix, something that we talked about last night on Crypto and Down, a wrapped asset token based on the Ethereum blockchain, up 8.27% today. Number three, Loop Green up 7.93%. And then number four, ApeCoin up 7.70%. ApeCoin was trending up. It broke through a resistance line and has had a great 2 days in a row. So if you're a part of the Bored Ape Yacht Club or a Mutant Ape Yacht Club holder, certainly you are continuing to see success. I believe they just opened a burger joint.
Yeah, I was about to say that. The
They-
burger joint in Cali.
So you can buy burgers now in California with ApeCoin, and they do also accept, I believe, Ethereum and Bitcoin as well.
I mean, yeah, why not, right? It's like, we'll take it. I'll take your ApeCoin, but I really want this at ETH and BTC.
Absolutely.
I ain't mad at it.
And moving towards our global market cap. Global market cap is sitting at $1.93 trillion, up just 2.25% today. It is a Tuesday. Our institutional investors are back at their desks. They're not pumping more money into the market today. They bumped on yesterday. So we're sitting at $1.93 trillion. One metric that we want you to keep in mind here in Crypto and Down is that in order for us to have a bullish sentiment or think that we are out a period of dollar cost averaging and possibly a period to return towards all-time highs, we need to see $2 trillion of global market cap for a consistent week, at least a week and a half. If we can stay above 2 trillion, start to push that $2.5 trillion mark, then we know it is time to go back to the races. Global volume down 12% today, sitting at $217 billion. But we also have a barometer metric on global volume that sits at $225 billion. When we see global volume daily below $225 billion, coupled with our global market cap below $2 trillion, understand this is a period of accumulation. This is a period where you could be buying the dip. Understand daily price action here from Nomics.com. So let's look at our top 10. But before we get there, Brother Asherell, any comments on what we've discussed so far?
Yeah, the good call outs, and I think just me listening to you talk over the how long we've been doing this, is that 2 trillion global market cap and that 225 billion global volume. We don't get to stream every day, so I'm not looking at the prices mostly when we just do the show. So that's kind of a good check mark for me to look and see and to remember, okay, this is where we're at. You know, you got to take all these metrics with a grain of salt, but having some of those points we can kind of look to, as you say, to see the sentiment has definitely helped me in my strategy of how I approach crypto. So shout out to you.
And these are quick ways for you to gauge sentiment. I call them barometers or temperature checks. Moving to Bitcoin. Bitcoin sitting below $40,000 at $39,843, up just above 0.5%. Nomics does predict a slight pump above $40,000 over the next 7 days, but let's see if we can hold that $40,000 as support. Market cap sits at $757 billion, but the strength for the global market cap of Bitcoin is truly $1 trillion. It's a psychological level, but it does reflect other metrics within the entire space itself. Ethereum, known to trend like Bitcoin, up 1.81% today, coming in at 3,027. Yesterday was a terrible day for the market, but today looks like we have a bit of green. One metric to call out for Ethereum is we'd like to see the global market cap of Ethereum get up above 50% of Bitcoin's global market cap and then start to possibly chase the flipping. Is it just a myth? We don't know. But as we watch certain metrics, half of Ethereum's market cap is something that you should keep, half of Bitcoin's market cap is something you should keep in mind when looking at Ethereum's market cap. Number 3 coin, Tether. Price isn't important. It is a stable coin. What matters is its market cap. Market cap today is sitting at $82 billion. Number 4, Bitcoin, BNB, CZ, the little engine that could. He has pivoted towards the Middle East. He has received licensing approval from the UAE to operate in Dubai, and they continue to have success in the Middle East despite regulatory pressure from other government entities. So holding strong at the number 4 spot with a price of $414, up 4.61%. Number 5, USDC, price unimportant as a stable coin. It has a global market cap of $50 billion. Going to go quickly through 6 through 10. XRP trading at 71 cents, up 2.53%. Solana still in the top 10 at number 7 at 102, but well below that $200
Yeah, I was about to say that. Remember when this is 200?
Man, I would be
That was a
very-
nice little run.
I bought that Solana at $200. Cardano sitting under $1 at 94 cents, up 1.89%. And then number 9, Terra Luna. At the beginning of the year, we picked a few coins that we thought would potentially make its way into the top 10, possibly the top 5. One of those was Terra Luna, today trading at $83.72. AVAX, Avalanche, one that is having some relational positive effects from Terra Luna, with the Luna Foundation purchasing $100 million worth of AVAX, up 2.62%, trading at $76.74. So my brother, as many of the crypto warriors and crypto rascals know, we are Hexicans. So what is the price of Hex today? I believe we may be trading opposite from the rest of the market, but we do have a slight bump up to 11.8 cents, up 6.65 cents. But until we have the Pulse Chain mainnet, I think we are going to see some downward price pressure. If we get below 10 cents, I think that may be a period for you to accumulate and build on your Hex position. Always remember, this is Ethereum based Hex. Once the Pulse Chain launches, you will receive a duplicate of your eHex as pHex on the Pulse Chain, as well as a copy of all of your ERC20s on the Pulse Chain. Your keys will work on the Pulse Chain, so all you will need to do is access your pre-existing ERC20s, which will now be known as PRC20s on the Pulse Chain. If you have NFTs on the Ethereum chain, there will also be NFTs on the Pulse Chain. So very, very bullish still on the ecosystem that Richard Heart has created with Hex, Pulse Hex, Pulse Chain, and Pulse X. So my brother, that's our daily market recap. Back to you, my man.
Yeah, so Dogecoin, Hex, and Shiba, those could be some potential nice gains this year, especially if you're talking about Pulse Chain. If people get duplicates, well, not Dogecoin, but Pulse, or was it Pulse Doge coming over from, I guess, a Pancake Swap. But I'm gonna be watching Shiba, Hex, and Dogecoin to see how they compete against each other moving forward. Because I know, watching things, just scrolling through the internet the past few months, when Shiba Inu had that big run, I saw a lot of people in Hex, and you could watch the wallet addresses jumped from Hex into Shiba, rode a nice little wave, and then hop back into Hex. So it's interesting to see these paired up together, in the 4 spots here. So I'm going to be watching those to see how those move together, especially once the Pulse Chain comes out. So
absolutely,
shout out to the meme coins.
Comment section before we get into our top stories and some of our other down in the day. LAD emailed me, says, what's the best exchange to use to buy BTC or other coins once a person is off of Coinbase? So it depends on your path. Do you prefer centralization, or are you a person of principle who prefers DeFi? Do you believe in KYC, also known as Know Your Customer? Are you wanting to skate regulations, or are you wanting to be in line with regulations? I'll start with the end. If you are trying to be in line with regulations, then you probably would want to go with a Gemini, one of the Winklevoss twins product. The Winklevoss twins product. However, if you want to stick with a more traditional, easier way to buy Bitcoin, then Cash App is accessible, very easy, and does not take much time or trouble. If you want to use a VPN, there are such exchanges such as Binance, which you could utilize in the US. So, various exchanges that you can use. It is up to you whether you want to use a centralized or a decentralized exchange. A decentralized exchange could be something such as PancakeSwap on the Binance Smart Chain. It could be something as SushiSwap or Uniswap on the Ethereum chain. So you first have to decide, am I going to go the regulated KYC route with centralization, or am I going to go the decentralized route? And how am I going to on ramp from fiat into a cryptocurrency that I can utilize on a decentralized exchange?
Yeah. Good call. There's a lot of ones. Essentially, there's a few you don't have to KYC centralized exchanges. Check out CoinX. That one's a good one. But speaking of centralization, shout out to Celsius. Celsius is phasing out high interest crypto accounts for like the non-accredited U.S. investors. The last call for token rewards on earn accounts. So looking at it, this was interesting. We've seen Celsius get sued. BlockFi and Celsius were both sued by Texas and Alabama, and I forget the other state, for, they say, selling unregistered securities. So the states, they settle what, for 100 million with these states, something like that. So these states are definitely trying to get that bread as well, getting their piece of the pie as well. So what do you think of this move of phasing out high interest crypto accounts for non-accredited U.S. investors, just meaning your average day-to-day person?
Who this man? Alex Mashinsky. I thought you were one of the good guys. I was shouting out Celsius about a year ago this time. Really trying to figure out who was going to be the winner between Nexo, Celsius, and BlockFi, and it looks like there aren't going to be any winners in the centralized world. If you are turning over your crypto to earn interest, they have all sided with the regulators and said, hey, unless you are a accredited investor, unless you are a big wig, unless you are a VC or you are a hedge fund and you have the money, nah, man, we can't pay you high interest. Take your ass back to Bank of America. Take your ass back to Chase. If you can open you up an Ally Bank account, do that, because you will no longer be receiving 7% annual returns on stable coins such as USDC and Tether. That 5% for Solana, even though you're down 50%, you ain't getting that either. Oh, you wanted 3% for Wrap Bitcoin? Yeah, that's no longer happening. Alex Mashinsky has sold us out to the regulators in Texas, New Jersey, and Alabama, and decided that his $100 million settlement wasn't just a slap on the wrist, it was a kick in the ass. And guess what? To make it even sweeter, as of April 15th, here's a new product for you. It's called custody. Give us your shit, let us hold it, but we're not gonna pay you a damn thing for it. Don't that sound like the bank system that we are already a part of? So take your funds off Celsius and don't ever send them back.
Yeah, it's like they get you with some, these high numbers, like 7%. This is better. You think it's gonna last forever, but in the end, the regulation, the government is just, they fold. So just wait. I'm sure they're just waiting until BlackRock and Fidelity and all of them can get themselves situated first. But we'll get into some of that stories.
We'll get into that. Just a quick note. Shout out to Alec G. What up, gang? In the comment section, AJ DigiFuture says we lost him with Hex. We'll be here. We what we believe in. We put our money where our mouth is. This isn't financial advice, so we're not telling you to go invest. We're just telling you what we are investing.
Yeah, I mean, do what you want.
And last but not least, Ocean 5381 says, I'm not gonna lie, Dogecoin turned my $25 into some bread. I took that bread and put it in Shiba. Had 2 nice vacations last year. That's what I'm talking about.
See, that's what it's about. You know, if you can eke out a couple of extra vacations that you don't have to take out of the time and labor you're putting in on the day to day, like, you know, that's a win. Whether it's, you know, your Hex, your Shiba, your Doge, you know.
But make sure at the end of the day, you are continuing to stack sats. So I'm going to make a quick plug before we transition.
For
your free Lolly and your free Fold app. Every single day, you should get at least 50 free sats, Satoshis, between Fold app and Lolly app. If you have the Fold card, you can get those free spins based off of your transactions. And some of the rewards that you win on Lolly are great. I will let my brother Asherell talk about Coinbits because this is one of his favorite ways to stack sats. So although we understand that Bitcoin is something you need to continue to dollar cost average in and make sure that you are earning daily.
Yeah, definitely. I would say check out Coinbits. You know, and if y'all want, you can use my referral code as well. So Coinbits.app is a great way to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. Kind of, you can set it and forget it. What it does is it rounds up however you so choose to the nearest round, like dollar whole number. So, you know, if you spend $1.50, you can set it to round it up to $2 and spend that extra, 50 cents on Bitcoin. And you can do multipliers as well. So it's a great way to get exposure, dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. They have some new features. They're slowly progressing on the roadmap coming out, allowing you to quickly, buy it, get it within, as close to the live price as you can, as well as withdraw onto your private wallet or into your wallet if you would like, or you can leave it on here. So check out Coinbits app. Get at me if you want that referral code. If I can find it, I might drop it in the description or tweet it out. But since we're talking about Bitcoin, this is one way you can get exposure as well to Bitcoin through, dollar cost averaging. Set a certain amount that you don't want to go over. You can just have a minimum amount that you're always going to dollar cost average. And then on your expenditures, you can link your credit card, your bank account, your debit card. So yeah, a good way to decide how you want to get exposure into BTC. Stack those sats if that's what you're into.
Stack the sats. Use your party money to degen, and then take a portion of that party and get some more of them sats. But as long as you have a bag of sats to sit on, then you know your future is safe. It's okay to have a little bit riskier profile. Man. When I saw this story, all I could think about was, I told their ass back in February of 2021, the coin of the year was going to be Shiba Inu and Hex. They didn't want to listen to me. Here we are today, a year, 2 months later. Who last? Vlad. Damn, Vlad. So today, Shiba Inu jumps 20% following Robinhood listing. Robinhood just had a report released Friday, so not even a week ago, from Goldman Sachs that said they were going to miss their revenue target earnings for Q1, that they just weren't going to be able to do it. So you know what they came out with not even 2 days later? Oh yeah, we listed Shiba Inu for y'all because we know the DGen's ready to do something. It's been a year since the GameStop. It has been a year since the AMC. But now, shit, we ready to list Shiba Inu. Come on, Vlad. We seen this move coming. You already accepted the money from Steve Cohen, the owner of the New York Mets. You already accepted the money from Melvin Capital. We understand that you are not on the crypto team. And guess what? Can you transfer that Shiba Inu off of Robinhood? No, you can't. So I don't want to hear nothing about Shiba Inu being on Robinhood, I still believe in Shiba Swap. I still believe in Ryoshi. I still believe that they've actually delivered on their roadmap because Bone and Leash still have value to this day. What I do not believe in is Robinhood, Plaid, or the crooked Wall Street cronies who proved to us back in spring of 2021 exactly who they were.
Yeah. I was just checking out the yearly price chart from this article. I'm not a trader or anything like that. I like to look at charts, but this kind of looks like accumulation right here. I don't know. Accumulation phase. Yeah, that's is that what they call it? That's what they call it.
So what happened? Robinhood insiders bought the dip, and right at the turn of the year, news pumped it. People got a little news that it was going to pump. They're like, all right, wait, let's sell this down. Now let's buy and then release the news, because there's another story that we'll talk about later on in the show about some insider or possible insider trading that is occurring at other exchanges in the space.
Yeah, we'll get into that right after this one. It's kind of along the lines of getting exposure to crypto, but not actually owning crypto. What's this article you sent me that you're reading? Fidelity's crypto and metaverse. What will it mean for investors? So the new Fidelity crypto and metaverse EFTs will invest in tech and digital payments companies, but not offer direct exposure to cryptocurrencies. So this article also mentioned players like BlackRock kind of trying to get in and do the same thing, offering these ETFs. So I guess this is a move that you got to make if you're one of these big companies. So we were talking the other day about investors who were who said they would get into crypto, but they weren't going to do it yet. So this is kind of a way, I guess, for them to get their feet wet, but not actually give their clients the risk and the potential big gains from actually directly having access to these assets.
This is another way for institutional investors to gain fees and management money out of the retail pockets. If you're not going to give us exposure to actual cryptocurrencies, you're not going to allow us to actually invest where we want to. We're going to take our money elsewhere. So Fidelity, we appreciate you filing for your spot Bitcoin ETFs and the SEC rejecting. We appreciate you trying to be the leader in Wall Street when it comes to crypto. However, if you're only allowing me access to buy Riot blockchain or to invest in Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, I can do that without you giving me a ETF. So this is truly just a sign towards other Wall Street investors that, hey, we've created a exchange traded fund that is built up of other metaverse companies. Hell, they may have a Square or Block in there. Why can't you do your own research and not have someone else extracting fees from your profits because you don't want to do your own research? Are you too lazy? Or is Fidelity just that much smarter than the rest of us? I don't think so. Now their ETF business will have $33 billion in them, making up 51 different funds. Sounds like they need a lot of managers for those different funds.
A lot of managers.
Excitement in the crypto space. Do not allow them to extract your monetary buying power because you did not want to have direct exposure to cryptocurrency. Let Wall Street and the hedge fund guys say, you know what? Crypto's too risky for me. Well, we're going to do our own research here at Crypto Down and at the Gentlemen of Crypto and let the chips fall where they may. We've been wrecked before, not afraid to get wrecked again. I'm not playing with money that I can't afford to lose. I wake up every day and take my ass to work just so I can be a DGen and invest in the altcoins and stack sets in every day. Just some quick notes. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
It's from the comment section. Alec G, definitely, he said, one of the first call-ins on Fuck Bitcoin Fridays was talking about SHIB and Hex. That's correct, my brother. And then DT Crypto says Shiba has a metaverse lane coming too. Yes, that team has actually delivered time and time again. So I would not discredit them if you're looking at actual developers working. PMS teams has stopped shilling shit coins. Not shit at all, brother. Just actually giving you a background, foundational understanding of who we are, how we invest, how we think, and how we approach the market. Do your own. Always understand that this is just what we do. Nappy Way says, "Yo, it's good." He says he's loving it. Not into altcoins. He's a traditional crypto guy. But hey, man, there's room under the tent for all of us, as long as the people are in the room discussing and other people aren't making the decisions for us, then we are doing the right thing.
Yes. Yeah, agreed. You know, do a little bit of everything. Shout out to the Coin Critic in the chat. Sup to you as well. Appreciate you checking in as well. Yo, yeah, you know, you do what you like. I don't think we shill coins. You know, I'm not a shiller, but to each his own, I guess. Yo, you mentioned we were going to talk about this in the previous article. So, and people were talking about this in the chat. Ethereum trader bought 400,000 in tokens on Coinbase shortlist before it was public. And I want to add, I'll let you talk about this, but I want to add I heard the last trade was done minutes before the list was public. So this is like insider type type shenanigans going on.
Bro, we in the Gentlemen of Crypto comment section each and every day. There are hundreds of coins that people talk about each and every day. Please scroll down and see the 5 coins that this brother bought, or whatever they may be. When they say we are here shilling coins, no, sir, we're not shilling coins, because look at the coins that my man bought. It's all the way down at the bottom.
Is it all the way down?
Yes, sir.
And shout out to Kobe for snitching.
Yeah, so they're the coins right there. Over the 11 hours, the wallet spent 88,000 on Crom, 80,000 on DFX, 72,000 on Radar, 70,000 on RAT, 64,000 on NDX, and 27,000 on paper. My brother, what Coinbase did listing these coins is shilling, because I'm not putting 25 cents into any of these coins. If somebody had knowledge of investing too early, they would definitely buy these coins, because ain't no way in hell you woke up and predicted that, oh yeah, these are the 5 coins that Coinbase is going to list today. No way in hell. This is pure insider trading at its finest. We watch this space daily, if not weekly, monthly, following trends. And those are not the top 5 coins that people are going to buy, especially not coincidentally prior to a Coinbase listing. So we don't know who is on the inside of Coinbase trading the information, but somebody is, and you got caught, reminding us of the situation where OpenSea had a developer on the inside actually manipulating price action, as well as putting up NFTs that had personal incentive on the front page of the website. Coinbase, you got caught. Nobody has heard of those coins, Ocean 5381. So, hey, bruh, come on now. That's a little sketchy. We watching you.
Oh, it said just being considered for a listing on Coinbase's cryptocurrency exchange is enough to make a token's price jump as much as 60%, if only for a little while. So,
Coinbase things are a great pump and dump, and looks like they beat us to the race. Only thing is, these days there are guys that spend hours and hours on Etherscan, Binance Scan, any of your block explorers, tracking movements or movements that are irregular. It's not just snitching ass Randy, also known as Chain Analysis, who they came out and said, oh yeah, we cracked Wasabi's code. Next, they're gonna be telling us they cracked Tornado Cash, and everybody fucked. So Chain Analysis, all we can say is, hey man, leave us alone. We just trying to have a good time, continue to develop, raise our families, and invest in the space.
Yeah, the Coins critic, he said, be careful about these types of articles. They can be fake to trap speculators. And yeah, I will say, yeah, you gotta be wary of any of these articles being posted, because for about $500 you could get them to post anything. And I will say, and Decrypt, has such a crappy user interface where I'm like, y'all aren't really serious if y'all can't even have your search feature on the displayed at the top right or somewhere where we could easily find it. So with a lot of these, I couldn't tell you which one would be the best one as far as what's probably getting the real on the cryptos. But I do know that a lot of these companies are wanting that cash. So anybody nowadays can write a story or pay to have a story written about them to make things move certain ways. So you're definitely right on that.
So shout out to the Coin Critic, and also shout out to Nappy Ways. He says this is why we need jobs in the space. Get that money, fam. And Bam Clue says, laughing my ass off. That shit really crazy as hell. It is crazy, man, because we read hundreds of articles. We look at the top 25, the top 50, the top 100. Sometimes I'll go all the way down to just Coin 300, start at market cap of $1 million, and then just cross reference. Them five definitely are not on my radar, pun intended. How the hell did you find those five and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna list these? Okay, bro. Yeah, right. Tell somebody that.
Another aspect of the blockchain and what we're moving towards is making as our data is going to be out there publicly, and as you're doing transactions, it's going to be a lot easier for not only the government to track you, but a lot of people to pick up on trends and things like that we wouldn't otherwise see with the current financial system. So
this is very true. Transparency is a double-edged sword. There are two sides of it, so just understand that this is what we're asking for. And with the transparency also becomes the ability for people to tell you things about yourself that you may not know was actually obtainable, just based off of your habits, trends, and abilities to understand. Man, I'll let you tease this story because I'm gonna get a little fired up once we get into it.
Yeah, man, it's sad, free Ross Ulbricht, as well as, I don't know that much about what happened here, but it says Ethereum dev Virgil Griffith gets 5 years in prison for North Korea trip. Read this article, and basically he said he had a cryptocurrency conference with people in North Korea, and they said the Fed say he was trying to help them evade U.S. sanctions by using cryptocurrency. One, to me, that's messed up, giving people a jail time for something ridiculous as that. So the Feds are crazy out here. And I guess, maybe he thought since Trump went over there, since Dennis Rodman was over there, kind of with Kim Jong-un, rubbing shoulders, negotiating peace deals, this dude thought he could go and just do a regular cryptocurrency conference. But he found out the hard way. So I feel bad for this dude.
Yeah, man, he found out the hard way that he's not Donald Trump. He's not Dennis Rodman, that if you're not a pawn of the system, that ultimately the system will crush you. And shout out to Virgil Griffin, 5 years in prison, not in North Korea, but in the United States federal penitentiary system, for actually just giving a lecture on readily available information, open source information, actually teaching professionals, just because they're North Korean, about cryptocurrency and how the Ethereum blockchain functions, and having the willingness to actually step outside of normal politics. He ends up in jail. Hold on. We got to call our boy out here. Jim Crow Joe. Joe Biden. Didn't your son go with a laptop, procuring deals, snorting cocaine off strippers' titties,
and crack,
crack. The man passed out with the crack pipe in his mouth. We got pictures. check out Crypto and Down's thumbnails because we utilized one of them recently. A picture of Hunter Biden. If you think we are lying, him passed out with the strippers and a crack pipe. So if Hunter Biden not locked up in jail, Virgil Griffin, free Virgil.
Free Virgil, man.
Hey, when Lil Durk said, hey man, what happened to Virgil? Hey man, what happened to Virgil, man?
Man, yeah, that's now you got me heated, man. I just remember that. Not only was he in China running deals, he was over in, the Ukraine doing all sorts of deals, running. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say what he was doing, because, but yeah, this is crazy, man. Free Virgil.
Hey,
for Hunter. Switch places with Hunter, man.
Yeah, free Virgil. It's hard to be a political prisoner. How do we know that the North Koreans are actually educated on not just the illicit activity? Statistics say that illicit activity is only a fraction of cryptocurrency. So stop using propaganda to actually lock people up. I know that there are actual real murderers who have shot innocent, unarmed people that look just like me, not serving 5 years. So if he doing 5 years talking to some Asians, nah, bro, free Virgil.
Yeah, man, it's scary. The feds they're only gonna come down harder on shit like stuff like this, where, man, hey, you may have a crypto conference in the wrong state, and you end up doing some time. Who knows where we're headed?
Hey man, and shout out to the comment section. It's on fire. Alex said he's about to bounce, but he said, welcome to the gang. Leroy said, damn jams. And Nappy Wade said, you're about to get this channel banned. Check out us on Crypto and Down. Just had an episode actually taking it down a week ago by the UFC.
You know what I was watching today? I was watching streams of people streaming the UFC fight. Their channels are still up. They got thousands of views, but we play 3 minutes of 15-second clips and they take down. Wow, that's messed up, man. They're coming for us.
And just want to let y'all know, this is Crypto and Down. So as we move our way down, we will bring it more live, direct, and uncut. So this isn't us being explicit. This is actually we show Crypto and Down. We tell it like it is, live, direct, uncut. We don't filter. This isn't politically correct. We tried not to say as many cuss words as possible so that we aren't flagged. But nevertheless, we aren't going to sugarcoat things. This isn't your normal political perspective. We try to be unique, think out the box, and try to be ahead of the propaganda and the media machine that dictates what we're supposed to think. But we're free-minded, we're like-minded, and we will continue to speak freely as long as we can.
Yeah, as long as we can. We try not to censor ourselves, but this is YouTube. Speaking of, so this is kind of on the last story. They're gonna say what's gonna happen is like, oh, you did a YouTube stream and someone just happened to someone in this other country just happened to watch you and do something. Well, now it's like they're gonna start doing all types of crazy stuff. And to show y'all how the propaganda is working, check out this ridiculous post from the New NY Post. It says, Bitcoin fans are psychopaths who don't care about anyone, study shows. And I didn't show you this to you before, Jams, but what was this study that they said was done by some so-called experts? 500 people, and they said they wanted to uncover the personality traits of crypto nuts, as they describe them.
Wow.
Crypto nuts.
Wow.
So basically, just to kind of, it was done by scientists, scientists, trust the science, at Queensland University of Technology. And they described their findings in the research journal Personality and Individual Differences. So they asked about 566 people to complete personality surveys as well as answer questions about their attitudes towards crypto. So here, 1 in 4 reported that they owned crypto, and 2/3 showed an interest in crypto investing. So only 1 in 4 reported that they own crypto. 2/3 said showed an interest. So basically, this article, the headline was they're trying to paint Bitcoin fans as psychopaths, which seems really ridiculous. And the most ridiculous part of this, he says, many crypto supporters believe governments are corrupt and crypto avoids government corruption. Here is one. And this, he said, to them, perhaps both the pleasure from seeing others' pain and the fear of missing out are related to selfishness, Dr. Wang wrote. But the kicker is here, oh my god, if I can find it. But basically, the article was like, these people are narcissistic because they believe in themselves and believe the future will have a positive outlook.
I see it right there. Yeah, I just saw it. If you'll scroll back down, that's
hold on.
the most ridiculous sentences that I've read in a long time. The researchers found that narcissists like crypto because of their great faith in the future and confidence that their own lives will improve. Well, no fucking shit.
I was just like, yo, the propaganda is strong.
Lord Jesus. So you want me to just think the world's going to end and I'm going to have the worst life possible and that we are doing all of this for nothing? Well, that is what the propaganda in Queensland is. Isn't that in Australia? Let me look.
At least so. Mm-hmm.
That's North Australia over there. So remind me. Shout out to our boy BDK Son Cypher, Black Dot Chronicles. I believe he's over in Western Australia. And we'll have to ask him about this article because whoever they were studying, that's ridiculous. The Coin Critic says, are you following the big three ownership thing that Cube is doing? I filled in a form waiting to hear back from them. That's actually what we were discussing on our episode that got banned when we showed NFT. We showed the UFC. So that particular episode, we went well into depth and explained that shout out to Cube. It's actually sticking a middle finger to the system of ownership and slavery that has plagued traditional athletics for a while. So it's no coincidence that Dana White and them would come through and strike our episode down because we were actually emboldening our community, the Crypto Rascals, as well as the Crypto Warriors now, to start investing in themselves and believing that you should have ownerships in the sports leagues and teams that you watch, support, and participate. So Coin Critic, you're spot on. If the price point to have a platinum pass of the Cube Big Three is $25,000, then you potentially have the ability to earn revenue sharing once the team is sold. Hell yeah, that's a win-win-win. And then we also mentioned that Cube had, was it the Black Manifesto, the Black Deal that he took?
I forget what it's called. Platinum plan or something. I don't know.
At least he had a plan, and now here he is coming out with a fractionalized ownership of a professional NBA league. Shout out to Cube, still doing moves some 20, 30 years later after next Friday, after NWA. That's how you actually continue a career post being a rapper, diversify, show people that we can own things, that we aren't just players or dribblers of basketball.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, as I was scrolling through the internet today, RIP to Gilbert Gottfried. I saw he passed.
Definitely.
So yeah, RIP to him. He was on Hollywood Squares, I think, and
the OG.
He was on Roast, one of those OG people. So
and a great voice, because he was a voice of in Aladdin and a bunch of cartoons. Because if you think about
that's right,
90s Louis Anderson cartoon, if you remember Louie or Hey Louie, something like that. Can't remember the 90s cartoon. He was also in there as well. So Gilbert Gottfried was a great voiceover actor, a great comic. When we think about the greats, the George Carlins, the Louis Andersons, even the Bob Saget's, like these guys are going to start, passing away. He was 67 years old. So when they do, make sure you give them their flowers, show them their respect, give them their because hey, it's
Yeah.
not easy getting on the stage when somebody gets offended about you making a joke about their wife. They may come up on stage and try to slap you. So here in 2022, it's dangerous to even be a comic because people will get in their feelings about anything.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Yeah, the coin critic said the parrot in Aladdin. That's who he was. Yeah, Gilbert Godfrey, man, legend. So I was that New York Post article looking through, and they were talking about the shooter. All right, I don't know if anyone died today in New York,
Yeah.
but they were talking. That article did have something on that. One thing I thought, we're not trying to get this channel banned, but whatever happened in New York, that seemed a little fishy, very fishy to me. I just want, and what y'all, for those watching, what we'll do sometimes is we'll go through Twitter and just kind of scroll through and see what's trending just to get some of the news. But look here, this post said no working cameras at the Brooklyn station during the mass shooting, and this is from WCBS News Radio 880. Tragic that happened in New York. But then shout out to the Redacted Run Everything on Twitter. He posted this New York Post article that said, this is from September of 2021, that said all of NYC's 472 subway stations now have security cameras, and this is according to the MTA, I guess. So out of those 472 cameras, they just happened to stop working today. So I just thought that was interesting.
First and foremost, before I say anything, much love to the people who were shot today. Much respect to those families. Being a part of any kind of violence is never a good thing. We're not condoning any type of violence. So let's get that straight first and foremost. However, New York City, do your damn job. This is one of the most surveilled cities in the world, as you yourself quoted, 472 subway stations with cameras, and now supposedly this subway station does not have cameras, and this brother had public Facebook rants and YouTube rants. We've heard it all before.
Treadstone.
And he also rented a U-Haul van in his own name.
MK Ultra.
And so when we see these stories start to pick up and accumulate, talking about World War III, they're talking about inflation, hug your loved ones, stay close, make sure you're reading the news for what it is. Don't get brought into another terrorist war. We just left Afghanistan. We've only been back home not even 6 months, and suddenly we have black extremists shooting up subways in New York City. We have mass shootings in Sacramento.
Man, if this ain't MK Ultra, I don't know what it is.
They're bringing back the pandemic this week. I saw that Shanghai was on lockdown earlier today. So remember to just stay vigilant during these times. It's not just cryptocurrency that is being used as a political launch point, even in Canada, in Ukraine, in Russia. Understand that there are lots of moving parts that are trying to move the inner workings of your sentiments and sensibilities. So stay aware, be aware of your surroundings, but also be aware of what you're consuming, because everything may or may not be as it is.
Man, well said. I couldn't have said it better myself. Well, that was all I had for the down part. Man, it's been a blast talking to you about crypto. Shout out to the Crypto Warriors, the Crypto Rascals. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I ain't got nothing else, Jams.
Hey, today was truly an honor, a blessing. When I'm going out, I'll always think about this night where we went live with the Crypto Warriors and just got to talk explicitly, openly, and just keep it 1,000. Shout out to all the Warriors in the chat. Alambrados 3579, he said, y'all brothers deserve some love. props. Nappy Wade says Jam and Asher. Just wanted to support you two for keeping it real. And Leroy says, Jams, the Richard Pryor of crypto. Thanks, brother. And Hexter One says this show fire. LADEL, email me. We love you, bro. Coin Critic, King Bless, Bitcoin Zay, Alec G. We appreciate y'all for having us. This is Crypto and Down. We're going to bring it to you live, direct, uncut each week. No sauce, only the juice, baby. Let's get it.